Hi, my name's Tom Robert Kitson. I know the Silent Assassin very well. He uploads many things that's happening around the earth, and what we need to do to make it a better place and change mankind to love kind for the future. There should be a revolution in 2046 and 47. The Virgin Mary's read the Silent Assassin mind by Milton with Glass, and I drew my mind and I made them a promise I would speak for them. I'm keeping that promise because the 13 Virgin Maries are not here for Jesus Christ or any God. They're here to protect the women and children and accept men's forgiveness and some prayers. God's got blonde colour hairs on his shoulders, white pajamas and white slippers on. 112 same DNA guardians who've got blonde colour hair, white pajamas and white slippers on. You're not going to believe me, but this is the truth. I mean, this is the Virgin Mary's truth. This is the peacekeepers of the universe truth. Keep the peace on the 4,889 worlds out there. Jesus Christ and 12 his guardians. Their dad's Aladdin. Aladdin, in the sky people didn't think this was possible. Aladdin had 2 legs and an elephant's brain. And because he's got an elephant's brain and he looks a spitting double of God, he had sex with the nuns and then gets them pregnant first time because he's got an elephant's brain. And Jesus Christ was born on Jesus Christ's mom died giving birth. That shows you how you don't get a 13.5-year-old pregnant. Jesus was born on Christmas Day at 12 minutes past 2 in the morning. Right, so everyone in God and God guardian's dad's Aladdin. But you're not going to believe this. Everyone in the Taliban's dad is Aladdin. The Taliban remain virgins, blow herself up and go into their dad Aladdin's soul, and Aladdin has sex with nuns and reincarnates soul and the nun, so a newborn baby. And then that's when Freemasons sacrifice babies because they only do it with virgins for some reason. And that's the 12 of the Freemasons have elephant's brains, and they're taking the youth off the innocent babies for the fountain of youth and keep us so young. And God's still got 112 worlds all my life and I've realised in this universe. On my soul, I'll burn alive for a million years and let you watch me if I'm lying. Right, because God's sister 5 years ago, right, was whipping the hydrant and the daddy and mommy elephant with electric whip. And the daddy keeping the baby hostage, and the daddy elephant reminded me, "Are you going to help me?" I said, "Yes, of course I am. That could be my daughter there." And so the mommy and daddy went and took for so many dolls, one big one for water, and then they came back down, and I was making sure the little 1-year-old baby was being hurt. And the daddy elephant made me thank you, and hit me with the elephant's brains ever since. But everybody else with an elephant's brain, like Aladdin, 12 of God's guardians behind him, elephant's brain, 12 of the Freemasons, the elephant's brain. Hitler was on a U-boat in South America. He's got 1 ball penis and 9 tonsils, 5'10", Caesar salad, drink water. But he had an elephant's brain. He was waiting outside the gas chamber. There was red motorbikes off. They didn't screaming it. And then after they died, Hitler went in and took as many souls off the Jews as he could. So the silent assassin wished all the Jewish souls back to Pinocchio's dad, I call him. He's a Jewish god. He makes goofy clocks for people and gives them away. And it took hours to make me a gold and silver padlock with only he has the key for. But see, if I die and the key's well for money, I don't want it. I just want people to be proud of me and thank me. And I didn't want anybody to know my face or nothing like that. I thought the peacekeepers for the 4,000, the peacekeepers, intelligent beings, the sky gods and sky goddesses, for the protectors of the universe, for the 4,889 worlds, 889 spaceships. Because I fall asleep, and I sleep like a bear on self-defense mode, and I can re-awake myself on other planets. I can push elevators open, I can pick up house phones, talk behind bulletproof glass to magic people, across to the magic people. I stood before the Virgin Marys, and everybody's underestimated me. Like when Jesus touched me the first time, gave me a nice feeling, says I'm not to do anything comes. The second time Jesus touched me, he offered me 2 worlds and £32 million, because he's got my daddy Tam there. I've been looking at the universe for him. And I said, I'll take the 2 worlds for daddy Tam. I said, I don't want your money. I was going to say, there's a book called How to Catch a Sexual Predator. But so, and then he wished an illusion like I was 9-year-old again. So here's me, kind of made, I've done 7 months, 8 sentences and that, and like, you know what I mean, nothing gets away to me unless you've got a good reason. But it's like, I was, if I had felt that I'd lost my daddy Tam that much, I would have probably killed myself, and then think I'm just going to go to God and go fishing with my daddy Tam in one of my 2 worlds, and then I can bring all my pals on, and then I can bring all my family on and things like that. No chance. I mean, your brain goes to the brain box, so it's like uploaded on a computer to see, not just to see if you're a sexual predator or anything like that. It's to see what kind of life you've been through, to weigh the spirit levels, to see what kind of life you deserve in the afterlife. I mean, because basically each one of every human being's brain, it's like a book. It's like a book to them, and they study human brains by uploading your brain on a computer. They don't want to watch you have sex or anything like that, or anything private is your private, but they have to scan for your brain, because your brain's selected for 12 minutes. And there's a devil, there's a big 8-foot black devil with dreadlocks down to his high heels. No, I'm kidding, I'm down to his ankles. I wouldn't say I was scared of him, but I opened my eyes, and fucking, he wasn't scared one bit of me. I mean, he was just basically looking at me and saying to the sky people, I mean, what are you wasting my time with him for? He's a fucking angel. I mean, if he didn't listen, then I'd carve my initials into his forehead, so every time he looks in the mirror, he'll think about me. I mean, every time he's shouting his body will be thinking about me, TK. What happens if I get caught with the TK or the whistle? I mean, so I'll make a war. How many wars is going on there? Quite a few. Right, the Virgin Marys are there in your life. You can hear Saudi Arabian prayers. You can hear the women praying for the Virgin Marys, because Saudi Arabian men go up to 12 wives. They only have sex with the 2 good looking ones and use the rest as slaves. And you can hear other prayers and things like that. But like foxes need to be extinct in the future. What if it was Princess Diana years ago in Glasgow when she had the two newborn princes and one of them got stolen by a fox? Am I right or wrong? Would foxes be extinct by now? Aye, they would, aye. So the Virgin Mary's, the peacekeepers of the universe, for the 4,448 worlds want to know, why is 6 white mams with a heart, a soul, a conscience and a brain? Why is she any different? Why is she not important? Everybody should think they're important. And you know, one of the Pyramids are still paying gamekeepers to shoot foxes. I mean, I killed 4 in my dreams the other night now. I killed one in real life. The lots would go out of the net, the fox. So I had it by the scruff of the neck, walked across the field, went into my pal Smithy's Jeep, and then drove about 4 miles back to Asses to see if we could keep it alive, but that's when I know I got lockjaws because it was gone from my black army bits. Kept on trying to bite me, so I kept on fucking grabbing it as tight as I can. And then by the time we got to Asses, it was dead, strangled, and then so I just fucking shoved it in the wheelie bin, put it in a vacuum packed bag, put it in the wheelie bin. This is for the army intelligence only, right? So you want to get the truth out of somebody. Look, I am serious as cancer. Tell me the truth. I am serious as cancer. I will turn you into a professional self-harmer if you do not tell me the truth. Stop shaking and looking left. Looking left when you're lying. Look at me straight to face. Do you notice I'm looking you up and down? And body language? A true soldier is telling the truth. Would look you in the eye, and then they would say, if I'm the right, I'll stand on till I die. If I'm the wrong, I'll think 5 times and think, I'm sorry, Sergeant. You know what I mean? I was doing this or whatever. You know what I mean? And then there's my corporal money, 2005, when I was in the army, in the Argylls. I passed my physical training. It was an army preparation course for Falkirk College. And it was us against 6 colleges. And they were going rune wars, I was going air wars. They were going rune scaffoldings, I was going up the top. They were going rune tunnels, I was going in tunnels. And then I crossed the line first. And then they were all like slowing right down and even stopped me at the back. So I ran back about 70 yards, put them on my shoulders, and then just kept running, even though they tried to tell me, stop, put me down. I'm not. I kept going. Had the line back, I've done that with about 4 people. Our school got the best shot as well, because I've been shooting all my life, right? So they gave me on the visual TV thing, and then got the M16, 6 shots, and then the first time you just shoot them all, but I'm shooting country miles away, and then the next one came on, and I'm shooting these guys 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I kept it at 5. He said, what did you keep 5 for? I says, in case I need to take that enemy sniper out, or take the enemy that's going to hurt our sniper. They're going to make my left-handed M16 as well. But Corporal Money thinks I'm dead, because they found out I was on a laser support machine for 3 days, and then we've got to turn it off. But my mum was green, she didn't leave it on for a bit longer. Gave her 6 hours, 5.5 hours later I woke up. I was 13 and a half stone when I got round here. Came off a motorbike, fractured my knee, fractured my spine, 2 collapsed lungs, a few broken ribs, and I chipped my tooth. And the only reason I'm still alive because it was a doctor who ran me over. He's the manager at Govan Hospital. So he kept my lungs inflated. And do you know where I went to the fishing with? That 2 boys for the army, they've done a tour in Afghanistan, and they went and pretended they had PTSD so they can go to the TA. And anyway, we went, took a little Honda 125 Scammer, and then I took my fishing rods. They took their tents, they went and picked their birds up, and then they're lying in the tent with a bird, and I'm sitting out fucking sleeping outside, having a drink, and then Danny got shot at the motorbike, but it was getting too dark, and I was like, in the morning, I was like, "Mom, just give a shot," you know what I mean? Because it was like that. I was like, "What do you mean that for?" I said, "What do you mean that?" I said, You're going for rallying around the fields, and so is I'm rallying the fields. You know what I mean? What do you think I'm going to go? What do you think I'm going to do? Rally, you know what I mean? So he gave me a shot, I rallied around the field. You know what I mean? I said, "Look, I mean, what was the problem with that?" And then he go in the tent with his bird. I said, his name's not Aaron Radcliffe, one of them. It's Dan. I said, "Dan, can I go up with 10 fags? 10 fags for the shop." I said, "I'll not be long." So that was me. Then that was me doing wheelies and all that. Fucking I only had my vest and shorts on, doing wheelies and fucking trying to pull my tricks and that. First time I've been on a 125 in my life. I'm just a dangerous person that way. When I was like 12-year-old, I used to stand in front of a train and then just wait for like 10 seconds before it comes, and then just jump off the track and it goes, it's just adrenaline rush. And the rush, like, that could be my life away. Because I've always been a daredevil in my life and easily led astray. I've nearly died at least 50 times. At least. For every scar I've got on my body. Let's see. There's easily about 47 scars on my body. No on my legs, I like my legs. My spleen's been removed, so that's about fucking looks like I've been cut right open. They all have been cut right open my belly. 2 pinholes in my lungs. I got shot in the back of the knee with an air rifle. It just went straight through. So anyway, I'll give you some advice. Right, do you know why JFK got assassinated? Because JFK got assassinated by his black bodyguard. Because JFK says he promises there'll never be a black president as long as we live. You know what I mean? You can't say that. Obama's one of the best presidents you get. You know what I mean? Aye. And the laws, I've already told you the devil's rule. The 8-foot black devil was solid with dreadlocks on his feet. And then I had another dream. I woke up, I was in bed, and I woke up and this 5'6" black NWA devil, dreadlocks down his shoulders, looked toned. He looked, opened my eyes and he got a fright. And he started walking like in a hurry, his head down, walking in the corner of the cliff. And I was like, where are you going, Paul? You're going nowhere. You know what I mean? And I looked at a big cliff, and there was like 8 or 9 male NWA walking over the cliff. If there's any women and children that had been hurt, then I was just sort of that devil. But the big devil once, I've already passed the big devil on to the NWA devil now. I passed him on because when I was in the VIP room, I was in the VIP room. Get this, I was in the VIP room, and I don't know if his name's Satan, but he's a solid 8-foot black guy with dreadlocks down to his ankles. And I was in a VIP room, and I was watching. There was a big plasma telly there with Easy, the last NWA's devil, with Eazy-E's brain at the top right to work as a brain box, so that devil can see everything what Eazy's done and seen and things like that. The Indians used to keep their gold up a waterfall because the cowboys were going to try and make some kind of gold and silver train. But if you would ever make like a golden sword, and it was thunder and lightning, and you went and waited under a tree or somewhere, if that gold, if lightning struck the gold will strike the lightning right back up, and it will send a signal to the sky people. But always have a rubber handle on if you've got a gold sword. Sky people. Tell Big William Wallace, the 7'2" warrior. It didn't show you this in the film. William Wallace was in the English King's Chamber. 6 Englishmen there, 3 got slaughtered by a lion trying to jump 6 feet across. William Wallace told me he cheated on his wife with a sheep. I was like, what? When I saved him, right, when I took Aladdin off the planet with 2 legs and an elephant's brain, most wanted human being in the universe with 2 legs and an elephant's brain. And then there was Hitler, 5'2" Hitler, 2 legs, elephant's brain, on a U-boat in South America. Watch for his intelligence, watch for his powers, watch for his souls. Just over 3 minutes to get nearly 4 million Jewish souls. Watch for Hitler's soul on the side. Watch for Hitler's brain on the side. And then he just dropped and did. And then I came back real late, watched and prayed all the Jewish souls to Pinocchio's dad, the Jewish God. But the brains and information go to the brain box, the peacekeepers of the universe, because every human being's got a story to tell. I'm sorry, Jewish God, but they could be there's 4 million Jewish people. I mean, they could be shagging dogs in the meantime. They could be fucking having prostitutes. I mean, they could be dancing. They could probably be wanting your money and that. I'm 15% Jewish myself. 15% Italian, born in England, made Scotland. It feels good, like, because I've got inner peace. I've got inner peace. Like the monks, the Great Wall of China was invented by the intelligent beings. That's how I call the sky people, because they're sky gods and goddesses and intelligent beings. There's 58 species of intelligent beings walk among us with 2 legs and not a human brain. We've got different brains. Because human beings are the worst ones. Most of us, 57% of this world, these are all violent, sexual predators, fucking kiddie fiddlers, and another thing is, like, when you're ruining all their lives, you don't worry, you don't think about it, because you're probably sitting taking your smack, or sitting taking your drugs, not having a conscience, not feeling guilty. Like, well, I'll tell you now, pal, on my life, and that really kind of swear on the Virgin Mary's life, but on the Virgin Mary's souls, on the devil's soul, and the peacekeepers of the universe soul, and every soul on earth, there is an afterlife. Your soul goes into the soul hole automatically, right? And they didn't just get out in a rush. It's up to them when they want to get out, because you need to scan through your brain first. And they'll scan through your brain, go through your brain, and then they'll put you back together and reawake you. And then they'll ask you all these questions, like, did you do this? Did you feel sorry? And shit like that. And then they'll just see how much of a good liar you are, because they already know the truth. That's what they like. That's what they enjoy. They enjoy you saying things like that. And then they slip you up when you're sitting stumbling, and they go, look, you've obviously came from another planet, and humans aren't intelligent as fucking intelligent beings, because they can read you a little bit on them. They can tell if you've got fear in their eyes, if you're like ready to fucking like kidding on your eye because you're going to want to try and kill somebody, or you're angry, or you're going to do something stupid or take a wrong move. They would know that. They would know that. Because the other worlds are very, very intelligent people. Like, we built the pyramids, and Stonehenge, and look at the pyramids in Egypt. The pyramids in China. China don't even know where that pyramid came from, and they say it's man-made. You know what I mean? It's a few miles deep, and if you go into China, you got permission, because the sky people give you permission. You need to go into the entrance first, and you need to take it step by step and read every text and every bit of writing on the wall before you go right in. And I'll show you how the Great Wall of China was invented for the sacred monks to walk across. Then there was an earthquake, because China was supposed to learn by the monks and learn how to meditate. And if you know how to meditate like the monks, they can do what I can do. They reawake their souls, where their ancestors are, and sit and like speak to them and get advice for his intelligent ancestor. Scares me. These like dwarfs get an afterlife as well. So like, didn't think you get yourself doing that, you don't get an afterlife because you're there. They put you in a big circus and make you jump on bungee castles. No, I'm just kidding. Midges are meant to be hard as fuck, like. But I've been snorting cement, so I don't know. No, but midgets, I've got 4.5 pints of blood in the body, 9 arteries, so I'm going to go up to Stirling tonight. I'm going to find a midget, put him on my shoulders, and then fucking run away with him. You know what I mean? Run away with him, and then fucking fuck that. You know what I mean? If I can't do dwarfs, they'll end up pissing on my head. Uh, uh, no, I'm just gonna laugh anyway. I'm not racist against anybody, you know. I mean, I just don't like. I just don't like the way you're looking at me now, as if I'm a dasty. I mean, couldn't you prove my dasty? The eyes pins. I've been off heroin for 4.5 years now. I'm taking more methadone. The only thing I take now is a bit of cocaine and a couple of street violence that my dad's bumming them. I'm gonna see my daughter. I'll see my daughter and get to see my twins. And then as soon as I do, go to cards twice, do 2 clear swabs, give Monday permission to phone and ask her if I've done clear swabs. Because Monday thinks that I'm a waster and she thinks I'm still on smack. She thinks I'm still on crack. And I'm getting wasted all the time. Doing not even thinking about the children. I think about my fucking twins about every 20 minutes every day. You know what I mean? They always come into my mind and make me happy. The happiest time ever when it was Christmas and I was gaining one sugar and told me another. And I never even made them say it. I've never even said superhero. Like, Daddy, you're my superhero. Daddy, you're my superhero. And I was like, whoa, man. I was like, whoa, that's fucking... That's a mental picture taking. Because it makes you feel good. You know what I mean? It makes you feel good because I know, like, when I spent that day with him, I done everything with him, played the computer, playing games, hiding the pillow, and they have to find it, and like other things. And then if they get bored for a bit, you know, they like to watch their YouTube thing. They like to watch people building things. And the remote islands. But they're into the MMA training as well. But I didn't get them in yet. I hope they still are. I mean, anyway, I'm gonna go for now. I love yous and leave yous. Hey people, I'm gonna put this on YouTube. So it'll eventually go on YouTube. And the army have been taking DNA for the Taliban, and all their DNA is coming matched. They've all got the same dad, different moms. That's how everyone in the Taliban's dad is Aladdin. But the Sky people could never believe this was possible. Aladdin had 2 legs and an elephant's brain, and because he's got their powers, the Taliban remain virgins. They blow herself up to go into Aladdin, and then Aladdin has sex with the nuns, because Jesus Christ, Andrew Joey's got the same DNA guardian as dad. And because Aladdin's got an elephant's brain, he'll get the nuns pregnant first time. So I've been helping the freshwater gods out, the daddy elephant. The daddy elephant's even named his daughter Lola after my daughter. I promised to protect her. When 5 years ago, when the daddy bull hit me like a ton of bricks, and then fucking the daddy elephant is no human being shall ever get on in this world. No human being shall ever set foot on this world. We are safe now. The world that the Sky people give you. And then when I kept saying the Sky people and that, the Sky people were like, no, we don't want people after people. And I said, no, they're intelligent beings. they're on 2 feet, but they're intelligent beings. They're the ones basically brought us down here in a spaceship. You know what I mean? And there's other ones that, like other worlds we can a lot more advanced than us. We can we look at what they're doing in this world. They're making fresh meat out of candy floss machines. When they fat in it, it's £100 for a 6-ounce steak. So I think the law needs to change in America, because America, there's up to 12 serial killers a year in America, right? But see if you've seen a serial killer who went and killed rapists and fucking paedophiles. You know what I mean? He become a fucking legend. You know what I mean? He be known as a fucking legend. You know what I mean? You don't know what it can do to people. The Virgin Mary's despised the word mankind. Right, so North Korean king says you've got to end the world, right? Well, I'll tell you now, you die, your soul goes, your brain goes up to the brain box to get activated on the computer for the peacekeepers of the universe for the 4,889 worlds. And it's not all humans that's on them. There's the Maya, the Anunnaki, the other Egyptians and things like that. And God says he's only got fresh water in his world. Dark clouds start with seawater and finish off fresh water. And all salmon and rainbow trout come at the sea before they go into the fresh river spawn. God's not got uncontrolled worlds. I'm telling you, all my life, and all my life, the Virgin Mary's souls, every peacekeeper in this universe, the sky gods and the sky goddesses, that Jesus Christ and 112 of his guardians have got the same dad, Aladdin. Aladdin wrote the Bible. It's meant to go up to 10 volumes, right? And Aladdin looks 86% sure. Right, it's the same face. I went in the courtroom too, and I thought it was God in disguise with his big massive turban on, big white turban. And then I seen a glimpse of red in his eye. So I knew that was elephant springs. I knew I kicked him on tag. And I've been doing this silence. I've not been telling anybody about this, like my pals or anything like this. Just goes on here. And it's up to you if you want to believe it. But I swear to God, it's the truth. That's how it's that fascinating as the truth, because I've never read the Bible in my life. And I know a few things that he's done. I mean, blew 112 worlds out. What about his guardians? Where did the sun come from? What about the moon? What about in 2030 when that drone's coming back from NASA and it takes pictures of a world with clouds on it? And then you've got another world. And yours is eventually going to go to that world. And then that's when the peacekeepers of the universe are going to come and see you as humans. And then they'll not threaten you. They'll just tell you not to come back into space. And if we want you into space, we can come and get you and take you into space. But still make your spacecrafts, because all you're going to do is start a war. And you don't want a war. I mean, they can just say asteroids off things like that. I mean, it's not like they're sitting with gat guns and 303 bullet guns, 300 grand to buy 20 guns for you sent in. I mean, that's how the sky gods and sky goddesses and intelligent beings, the peacekeepers of the universe. So So my sister, Zara, I love you to death. You ain't I can waste you or something like that. I've had a couple of singer skinner joints and 5 Allen. So that's all I've had. I would tell you if I had anything else. But what was I going to say? The Chinese have got the free ingredients and injection, which are backup immune system, which stops cancer from being triggered and blood-borne viruses. So that's okay for cancer. Right, so Zara, I know you work for the King and Queen's Trust. Could you try and make a charity for me, please? If I pass away, or if I don't, or I get enough money, I'll do it myself. A charity from the silent assassin, who's not from this world. For the love of the 13 Virgin Marys, please start respecting your women and children. Men are supposed to be men and protect women and children, but I'll spend £2 million and I'll put an alarm in every single council house in the United Kingdom and Britain and in America as well. So if your child's getting abused, your child being violent, your mum's OD'd, your dad's OD'd, I mean, there's a time and a place to take your drugs instead of leaving Valium lying about and ecstasy lying about and things like that. And like your child's watching Shrek for the first time and she watched it third way through and you just woke up out of the couch. Well, I've not seen that yet and rewind it all the way back. That means that you don't need to see that again. I mean, fucking get a grip of yourself, man. Have a conscience. I mean, that's what me and Lucifer do. Me and Lucifer have been knocked some crosses. Very cross with men for not protecting the women and children. Stick to your own little circles, or we will put you in knots. If you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm just washing this back. I mean,